How's it going, guys? And you're currently watching some of the Black Ops 4 footage in the background, and relatively I wanted to talk about it as well due to the very recent pretty much information that has been gathering around regarding this game especially, and that you can pretty much make a real purchase using real money and of the red dot. Basically you pay $1. Well, currently, well, actually no, there was actually half sale off, so you can get for 50 cents. Now I believe so it's $1, and as you might imagine, this is complete bullshit, and I completely agree as well. Due to the fact I also wanted to make this commentary and express my own opinion and thoughts, because by the way, I will leave all the links down below in the description, because I have wanted to because I was watching the skill up video that he recently uploaded regarding this game. He pretty much deleted his review of the Black Ops 4, and I mean, I do not blame him at all for doing that, because like Activision are scumbags of doing this and, you know, milking the shit out of this cow just to make sure they get every damn penny in their pockets. And that's complete, like, it's like, it's out of the world of seeing how companies are so like stubborn, and they're so like eager for money. They're just like selfish as well on that fact, and like it's just sad, you know. The developers are working very hard. They have the time of 3 years, and because before it was up to 2 years, because Infinity Ward and now the Treyarch and also the Sledgehammer joined the gang. Well, that wasn't very recent or at all at this point anyway, and now they're in the development of 3 years or so, making yearly Call of Duties. Treyarch was and probably is one of the best developers in the Activision's team that is developing a Call of Duty that people are favorites. In fact, mine is favorite as well, is the Treyarch developers instead of Infinity Ward or the Sledgehammer, because so far Sledgehammer is just fail after fail. I feel like they're trying to innovate or trying to make, I don't know, it's just people's opinions, it's my opinion as well. And now they're basically back on topic on hand. Basically Activision, or should I say Treyarch, or both of them, they are selling the red dot sight for the guns attachments. And so basically this is complete dumb thing to see. I mean, like, why would they even ever sell something like this? Why can it not be unlockable? Why can you not earn this? Why is there no such thing as, you know, you play the game so you get some kind of currency, and so you can actually purchase these sort of, you know, stuff that are in the instead of COD points, used instead of COD points, you know what I mean? It's complete stupid, and I don't think that it should have been going with this route. Skill Up as well made a video about it. I have already just mentioned, links down below by the way again, and he pretty much said that the developers are very passionate people, they're very humbled, and they're very happy to see his video of the review that he was pretty positive about Call of Duty Black Ops 4. But the bad thing anyway, you know, developers nowadays, the companies I should say, the publishers especially, nowadays they just like, you know, they wait it out, wait until day one passes by, maybe a month has passed by already. That's when they will implement the microtransactions. It's a similar thing with the Rockstar games. Now they're doing a bullshit move as well. Online mode came out a month later or so. Microtransactions are on board as well. You can even make the purchase of real money, cash, putting it in, buying the gold bars, or you know, gold bars in this case. So I think it's stupid. I don't think it should have been going with this route, and this is also this is genius for the publishers to do, because they wait, they see the reviews, they express their opinions, people express their opinions, and the reviews are all up. A month or two later, they implement the microtransactions and the stuff you can purchase. But this is a road down further. Basically, you can sell, they're selling, sorry, the red dot sight, and for $1. Like, that's just ridiculous. You buy a reticle, right, for your gun sights for $1. Now, don't get me wrong, it might not seem a lot, but think about it. If you're looking at it currently, it's a red dot sight. It's a reticle right there, and you have to pay for it real money. What the fuck? That's just pathetic coming from Activision. Like, how far are they gonna go so gritty and just to, you know, squeeze out the money from the, you know, community and stuff that are playing their game? I'm not dumb enough to buy this, but there's a big problem with this. there are some idiots that would definitely buy this thing, and I'm sure that someone already has. What is wrong with people sometimes as well, I wonder. What's the difference with this one? That it looks like more of a donut than just a dot. But this is like a circle-ish dot that has a hole in the middle. It's just that it looks like more of a donut, a red donut. But what?
Is a red dot reticle. It's a fucking red dot reticle. It's just a dot that appears in the middle of your screen. It's a dot.
It's irritating, it's dumb, it's stupid, they never should have made it happen. They should be releasing this stuff for free, or at least an achievement or some kind of unlockable that you earn it while you're playing the game, or you have to do some kind of an achievement, as I mentioned. But they're not, you have nothing like that. I'm glad the way that Treyarch has implemented some of the components mods for weaponry. You can pretty much change up your weapon completely, and it's pretty neat. I like this. Like, it gives a sense of achievement, it gives a sense of rewarding, gives a sense of progressing through the game and earning to something towards. That's awesome. I like it. This is why I actually have purchased Black Ops 4, by the way. Yes, you're saying the game, obviously. So basically, I find it complete dumb fuck for Activision to be doing this. It's not necessary. Why would they do that? They're only making their brand, their recognition, their reputation worse than ever it can be. All the sales are going down low. Like, they're losing so much money already. This is why they're trying to milk out everybody else. Get your reputation up first, then everybody will be willing to pay for the stuff that you implement into the game. Now, even if you have a very good reputation by means, and introducing a red dot sight, let's say Cyberpunk 2077, and it sells a red dot sight, people will buy that shit. People will. I probably will. Because I have a good I know CD Projekt Red cares about their game. They're very passionate about it. Activision is not. Developers are, don't get that twisted. Developers are very passionate about what they do. I hope so. Maybe they get overburned as well. I probably think as well. But Activision, they don't give a shit. What they see is dollars in their eyes, in their sights. They're like, okay, how can we milk this shit out of this game? Let's put more microtransactions. On top of that, Activision says they're very unhappy with the Destiny 2. And so what's the best route to go about it? Let's implement more monetization. Oh, obviously it's the clever choice. What the hell is wrong with these people? And do they not see that this is hurting their community? It's hurting their, indeed, their community, the people that are following the game. Some people don't give a shit about this. Sure, cool. I appreciate it. That's good to hear. It's good. It really is good to hear. You can actually completely ignore the situation. I think that people need to voice their opinions and voice their frustrations about this dumb shit that Activision is implementing. I'm not gonna deny that developers of the Treyarch have implemented this red dot sight. They made it happen, right? Perfect. But Activision told them to do so, and Activision tells them as well, now sell it. And of course, as you can guess, I'm sure that Treyarch, the developers themselves, and many more developers out there, greedy publishers as EA and Activision, they're just saying sell this stuff for this much money perhaps, or sell it anyway, and they're thinking and scratching their heads, the developers themselves, and thinking, what? That's so dumb, but obviously they can't go against their word, so they're gonna lose jobs, they're not gonna be able to pay mortgages, they won't be able to pay for their families. I completely understand why developers are doing this, because they're getting pushed and rushed because of the greed from the Activision and EA. Yes, I have also included EA because, well, EA is also in a dumpster fire at the moment. At least Ubisoft are making a difference, and this is why I'm not going to say this. Imagine if EA and Activision went out of the business completely. And actually this comes from a quote as well from SkillUp himself and the video he has recently made regarding this issue. And I completely agree with him. Just another thing to imagine, if the Respawn Entertainment and BioWare, perhaps Bungie as well, they will go back into being independent developers, or perhaps maybe some other publishers will get them under their wings. And for example, some other better publishers out there. For example, hell, Sony at this point, or Microsoft in fact. I just don't understand why they will be able to, fuck up this much. And EA, as goes with the Activision, greedy fucks, that's for certainty. Make sure that developers are, just make sure you overwork them, make sure that they're always on a deadline, never give them rest, overworking hours and the moments, and completely burning the developers. Like, I don't believe so when the developers are saying, for example, oh, we're very happy that EA or Activision has given us so much freedom, they've given us a chance, they have delayed our games on purpose so it will be a perfection and maybe 100% finished. Activision and EA, no. If it is CD Projekt Red, well, they are independent developers actually, or let's go some Bend Studio, for example, right? The Bend Studio are with Sony, and I do believe when Bend Studio said, okay, we're going to delay this game, Sony are very nice about it, they are giving us an opportunity, they're still funding us for this game, Days Gone. I would definitely believe, and there is a result of the quality that is in there. For example, God of War, Spider-Man, and like they're given every opportunity and opportunity of actually delaying the game, making a perfect game, and taking the necessary time that it requires to make this game perfect in the developer's eyes. Activision, EA do not give a shit. They don't care about the players, they don't care about the people that purchase their own games because they are publishers. They do need the money, I completely understand that. But just they have no respect and they're losing their reputation because of it as well. Do they deserve it? 120% yes, absolutely. I'm very glad, I just freaking hope that they will go one out of the business. And now that will be music to my ears, and I'm sure everybody else. Now, granted, there will be less games. There will be less games coming on such a frequent rate. But would you consider that as a bad thing if you think about it, right? The more you delay the game, the better it gets. That's the fact. And longer they try to develop, make a perfect game, for example, 5 years, let's say maybe 6 years, 7 years. CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 was taking 7 years now, it looks like at this point. How's that a bad thing? The game is going to be I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it's most likely will be a perfect game. And that's great. Now, CD Projekt Red doesn't have anyone else that's telling them you must make it on this deadline no matter what. We're not gonna delay this game, blah blah blah. Nobody else telling them this. So goes for Sony that they have, for the Sony Santa Monica. Sony Santa Monica even said it themselves. Cory Barlog mentioned it was already February since the end of January. That's when they were confident of saying about the release date that it's going to be April 20th for the God of War. And that was like 3 months. And so he said, okay, sure, no problem. If you feel confident about it, go ahead, no problem. That's freaking great to hear. Such a great reputation Sony has. Even better than Microsoft in my opinion. Well, so far Microsoft games, they were not good. Sea of Thieves, State of Decay. What? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hate, by the way, guys. Microsoft has their own very good games, and I'm sure they're going to be having extra good games and new IPs, and returning games as well, like Gears 5, perhaps. I'm not sure Gears 5 is going to do very well, in my general opinion, but it is still considered to be one of the good games, so I'm not going to deny that fact. And sure, my Sony has much better exclusive deals and games on top of that, and coming as well. For like 3-4 years it seems like, and still nothing about it has been announced, officially. God damn, that's irritating. They should not be announcing like 2 years prior from the game's release. Irritating. Oh man, whatever. I think I'm rambling at this point as well, guys. I'm sorry about this. I feel like I'm only negative topics on hand that I have already made a couple of videos about. God, I gotta sidetrack to something more positive. You know what? Tomorrow I feel like I'm gonna make something of a regarding the rich games and rich story games. Don't get that twisted. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys later. Have an awesome day, and yeah, have a good one.